Welcome to The Topic on HCCTV. I'm Todd Duplantis. This is the show where we highlight Houston Community College, our students, our programs, and our reach into the community. We're glad to have you with us today. We've got a number of special guests, and we're going to be talking about our new upcoming Katy campus and a special partnership involving engineering. Before we get to our first guest, I want to remind you, if you're watching us on the cable channel on HCCTV, make sure you find us in social media under Houston Community College District. And most importantly, watch us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel at Houston Community College District. Once you're a subscription holder, you'll get notifications when new shows like this are recorded and posted. You can also download the audio versions of all of our shows, the podcasts, at hccs.edu/podcast. We're talking about HCC's Northwest College, which right now is expanding its presence in the Katy area. Here today to tell us more about it is Dr. Zachary Hodges. He's the president of the Northwest College here at HCC. Good afternoon, Dr. Hodges.
Hey, Todd. Good to be here.
Good to see you. Now, I know about a month ago, we had a horrible winter storm which affected the Houston area. Did the storm have an impact on the progress with the new Katy campus? Because I know you had some construction going on. We had planned some events, and those were all put on hold as well.
Well, the answer is no. We have a great team out there, construction team. They persevered. Of course, they had a couple of days where they didn't have any electricity, so that put them behind. But I'm amazed at the progress and how fast it's going. It's so exciting. You know, new facilities are really exciting, and especially this one in its location. We're at Colonial Parkway and the Grand Parkway, 99. The Colonial Parkway is about, I guess, quarter of a mile north of Interstate 10. So it is a prime location. And we'll be moving our current Katy campus, which is at Fox Lake and Park Row, to that new site about, 3 miles further west. And the exciting feature is it's right across and co-located with the University of Houston.
And we've got a unique partnership with the University of Houston. We're going to get into that shortly, but let's talk more about this campus. With the construction now, where are they with the construction? Are they turning dirt out there, laying down a foundation? Where are they, and when do you project this is going to be opening up?
Well, they're turning dirt and laying down the foundation, and we'll start putting the walls up pretty quick. The projected date is spring of 22. I was having a conversation earlier with someone, and whether we move our students from the current campus to that campus at the beginning of the semester or mid-semester, we haven't figured that out yet. But it's going fast. I really think that, as Neal will know, just because it's finished doesn't mean you can open. So we would love for it to be ready for the spring semester. You know, we're realistic. I think probably maybe for late start or mid-semester.
We're looking about a little over a year away that you're looking at opening this campus.
Coming fast.
Coming up pretty quickly. Dr. Hodges, a lot of people may be wondering, will all the students who are currently going to the current Katy campus, will they all be transferring there? And will HCC still have the building or utilize the former campus?
No, what we're going to do is we're going to sell our 26 acres in our current campus. As a matter of fact, that's on the market right now. However, we'll have a lease back where we can stay there as long as we need to. I would expect the students to transfer over there. Again, we will be doing the freshman and sophomore level work for the University of Houston-Katy. And let me also say our partners over there, University of Houston main campus and University of Houston Victoria, as well as the nursing program. So there's 3 components to the U of H Katy campus. We'll focus today on engineering.
How is this campus unique from the other ones? Maybe you can tell us about some of the designs, some of the things you're looking forward to seeing in this building, and how the innovations have been incorporated in the design.
I think everyone here knows of the success of our West Houston Institute and what a great facility that's turned out to be for Houston Community College. That's our innovation space for HCC, where we're learning about what furniture to use, what kind of classrooms to use, experimenting on new teaching techniques. The new Katy campus is going to take the best principles of the West Houston Institute and apply them to Katy. The first floor will be all hands-on learning. It'll be the entry point for the college, but most of the space, no classrooms, there'll be studios, but it'll really be focused on individual and collective learning spaces and creativity and innovation. Let me give you an example. The student, we've all gotten pretty good at virtual learning, and certainly we can get better, but students may still be virtual learning students, but they'll need to come to campus to do their projects. And they'll have assistants there to help them with that and to be able to work in teams. So we believe today's students want to be active learners. We believe that they want to be engaged in their education, and they want to be active as far as seeing the product of what they're doing. So we're in the process of creating active learners rather than passive learners.
Will you have things similar as you have the West Houston Institute, like a makerspace with the printers out there? And I've got to put in a request. You're the man to talk to, Dr. Hodges, but we love the little mini TV studio you have at the West Houston Institute. We'd love to see something similar out there in Katy as well. You know,
if I could describe that campus, it's really a campus on rollers. We will have design. A strong emphasis will be on cybersecurity and for workforce programs and digital technology and manufacturing technology. Those will be the traditional programs. Then we'll have an agriculture program and then our engineering program. But the part of the concept is that students would do their projects. And for example, if you're an English student, instead of writing an essay, you would produce an essay. And that may be partly visual, that may use color, that may use design principles to get across your point. And so certainly that kind of campus on roller, moving in and out, providing video where needed, providing design principles where needed, all of that, and bringing it to the students. So it may be, we'll have a one-button studio, but we'll have the best principles of being able to film anytime, anywhere.
We're talking with Dr. Zachary Hodges. He's the president of HCC's Northwest College. We've got a new campus on the way out in Katy. It's under construction right now. And when we come back on the topic, we're going to talk about a partnership with our engineering program with the University of Houston. That's right, go Cougs. We'll be back with the topic right after this.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. This is a serious problem, but one we can solve. Visit feedingamerica.org to help. Together we can solve hunger. Together we're feeding America.
I love teaching at HCC. I love helping students.
With college credits.
With scholarships and financial aid.
Training them for life-changing careers.
Come learn with us. HCC, for everyone, anytime, anyway.
Welcome back to the topic on HCCTV. I'm Todd Duplantis. If you're watching us on the cable channel, make sure you follow us in social media. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook. Follow us under Houston Community College District or at We Are HCCS. You can also find us on our YouTube channel. We've got a very robust YouTube channel. Houston Community College District there as well. Subscribe to the channel and you'll get notifications when these shows are posted, and you can download all of our shows as audio podcasts. It's very easy. Go to hccs.edu/podcasts and download your shows, listen to them at convenience. All right, today we're talking about our campus in Katy, which is underway right now. We've got a campus out there, but we're going to be moving folks over to a brand new campus, which is under construction. We've got Dr. Zachary Hodges, president of the Northwest College, here with us today. And we're also joined now by Dr. Neal with the University of Houston at Katy. He's the associate vice president of academic affairs. Gentlemen, good afternoon to you. And Dr. Neal, welcome to the show. First question I have for you, I'm going to start with Dr. Hodges. We'll talk about the relationship we've had with the University of Houston and out in Katy. Maybe I'll start with you, Dr. Hodges. You can take me back and give me a little history on that.
Well, the University of Houston has had a presence in the Katy area for a long time. And I'm really pleased to say that from the very beginning, we've had this great partnership and relationship. And where we shared their facilities, they shared our facilities. In their old location, we offered day classes. We hosted the University of Houston Victoria for a year and a half. We hosted the engineering program for a year and a half. We just have an agreement where it's not formal, it's informal, and that we're in this together. And it's, 20-year, 25-year history of working together with no bumps in the road that I can recall whatsoever. And so this is just building on the relationship that's already in place.
Dr. Neal, I'm going to ask you your thoughts on this as well, about this relationship. I mean, obviously, this is providing you guys, both of us, with a benefit and a pipeline of students.
Absolutely. And, like Dr. Hodges said, HCC and U of H are kind of hand in glove with this and just providing great opportunities for students in the Katy region. It also creates this professional workforce pipeline for the business community. Like Zach said, we've been working together for a long time, but really for us, kind of the history of where things really took off was probably around 2008. And it's great for U of H that we responded to the community's needs. So looking back, our former representatives, Bill Caligari and Glenn Hager, kind of led the charge on this and really started looking at opportunities to bring higher ed to Katy. So they really pushed and they got the community behind it. And we just responded to this need. So it was so much easier for us to fit in this space than just kind of hey, we think this might work. This was actually responding to a need. And that's a difference, and it really helps us all. Really, the next step from that was, we got a legislative approval to purchase the land where we are. We're at I-10 and Grand Parkway, which is just it's a beautiful, we've got 50 acres there. We've got room to grow, and we've got a new neighbor. I like to go give people tours, and we've got a balcony on the 3rd floor, and we can actually see the property and say, and there's our neighbors. HCC are going to be right there, and the students can just walk back and forth. Also, one of the things that's been really tremendous in our success for bringing the engineering programs was really, for the engineering program specifically, was in 2016, where our graduate subsea program started actually offering classes at HCC in Katy. And to Zach's point, that's just been seamless, and it's just been a great transition as we, look with folks in the energy corridor there. So it seems like it's just popped up overnight, but it's taken years of working together and just slowly responding to the needs of the community. And so far so good. It's been great. Great.
We are talking with Dr. J. Neal. He is with the University of Houston at Katy, the Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs, and also Dr. Zachary Hodges, the President of HCC's Northwest College. We're talking about a partnership for engineering students out in Katy with a brand new campus underway. Dr. Hodges, asking you, what type of role will HCC play in the Katy campus?
The Engineering Academy, I think, is very unique in that students who enroll for this academy in particular will be jointly enrolled at Houston Community College and the University of Houston Cullen College of Engineering, which entitles them to all benefits as students. So they will be Cougars. We will teach the academic courses, and the University of Houston will teach the engineering courses. And those students will go through as a cohort. They'll go through together with their HCC classes and their U of H classes. So first of all, it'll save you a bunch of money if you go there. And secondly, that will certainly get a lot more individual attention, I would think, because their classes for their academics at HCC are going to be smaller, and those students will then matriculate to the University of Houston main campus, or I'm sure we'll hear about the 4 engineering programs that will be unique to Katy. And so it will be, I mean, the truth is you won't even have to leave the U of H-Katy to get your degree once those engineering courses are in place. Exciting times, huge benefit for students as far as cost. And then I think as far as the ability to matriculate in a smooth way through Houston Community College over to U of H Cullen College of Ed, Tier 1 institution, a Tier 1 program.
Dr. Neal, Dr. Hodges just kind of touched on it, but really seems like a huge benefit is the cost alone. This is going to open the doors for a lot of students that may have gotten out of college saddled with a lot of debt, but this is really going to be cutting the cost. And do you see it opening the doors for a lot of students who may have thought, you know, going to college is just too expensive for me, but now it's really making it cost efficient?
Absolutely. You know, this will save families tens of thousands of dollars. And, you know, one of the things that's interesting about this program, and I don't want to steal too much of Dr. Rao's thunder when he's going to visit with him in a minute, but, you know, prior to the pandemic, we had our first open house and it was packed, and, you know, and it just really explaining the concepts of what we're doing with the academy. Parents kept asking, you know, well, when do we transfer to U of H? And it's like, there's no transfer. You're a U of H student from day one. But to be able to save thousands, and again, to Zach Hodges' point, it's a Tier 1 education without having, you know, you're saving on housing, you're saving on transportation, your fees. Really, this is, I think for a lot of families, this is a game changer. And I think for so many families, you've got just, you're looking at the school districts in the Katy region. That's just a great quality of student, great candidates for these programs. And the cost has always been the inhibitor, and we're just hoping we can take some of those barriers down and just have great quality engineering students come into the program. So it's very exciting, very, very exciting. I see this as a game changer.
Certainly is. Dr. Neal, I want to ask you, outside of engineering, what other programs are specialized and offered at the Katy campus for U of H?
So right now, U of H hosts the College of Engineering as well as the College of Nursing. We also share the building with our sister school, University of Houston at Victoria. So right now for U of H, we've got the engineering programs, and they offer both undergraduate and graduate programs. And again, Dr. Rao's going to be speaking with me afterwards, and I want him to go really into the details with that. He's the expert on the engineering program. But with our College of Nursing program, we also have our undergraduate traditional BSN program, and that's only in Katy. The facilities, again, I can't wait for everybody to come see us when we can get together again, but our simulation laboratories on the 3rd floor are just phenomenal. We're also just finishing up our strategic plan for U of H at Katy, and we're going to be looking at what programs also, you know, fit the needs of the Katy student as well as the business community while complementing U of H Victoria as well.
So folks may be wondering what type of engineering programs are offered or going to be offered by U of H and HCC out in Katy. We're going to talk more about that when we return on the topic. I'm Todd Duplantis. We'll be back right after this.
Roll over. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
The faculty at HCC represents the best of the city. They're committed to getting our students to their goals.
A 4-year degree.
Workforce training.
A better life.
HCC, for everyone, anytime, anyway.
Welcome back to the topic. I'm Todd Duplantis. We're going to dive right into this segment because we've been talking about our new Katy campus, which is under construction right now for HCC. We've got a great partnership out there with U of H. That's right, U of H Katy. And joining me today to talk about the engineering program and more, we've got Dr. Zachary Hodges. He is the president of HCC's Northwest College. He's joined by Dr. J.R. Rayo, University of Houston Associate Chair, Department of Mechanical Engineering, and Dr. Brian Metrovich, Instructional Professor and Director of Engineering Programs at U of H Katy. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks for being here. I want to start with Dr. Metrovich and Dr. Rayo, and maybe you can comment, because we've done stories on this here at HCCTV about how this country is facing a unique situation as a number of us are growing older and getting towards retirement age. That's specifically hitting the engineering field, where a lot of engineers are going to be retiring. And the crisis is we're not training enough people to backfill these jobs. Is this still the case, and do we see it getting any better? And Dr. Ray, I'll start with you.
That is indeed the case, and we are very happy to respond to that. I meet very often with prospective students and families, and one of the first things I tell them is that being located where we are here in Houston, in this part of Texas, we experience this firsthand. Just to give you some idea of numbers, the Cullen College of Engineering graduates about 600 to 650 undergraduate engineering students every year. And we are so blessed where we are located. Our students do very well. Not only that, but at any given time on our campus, there are about 200 students who are wanting to transfer from one part of campus to engineering. Essentially, students are voting with their feet. They know, they see the demand, they see the opportunities, and this part of Texas, this part of the country is just blessed, and our engineering students do very well. The industry needs them. There is a great demand. And as you pointed out, as people retire and some of the industries grow and go through cyclic changes, there is just always need for new, young engineers and fresh blood for challenges of this century.
And Dr. Metrovich, I'm going to focus this question on you, but I would imagine engineering, this would stretch across several different trades, not just traditional, what people would think engineers would be. They're retiring all across the board. Is that correct?
Yes, that's one of the issues that has to be addressed from the STEM fields and engineering in particular. Our nation over its time, a lot of engineers were involved in infrastructure that was built. And there was a period in time where the nation really put a lot of money into infrastructure and built that out. But over time, you build that up and things slow down. But we're starting to see a new need for that. A lot of that's driven by technology now. So, it's not only traditional infrastructure, but 5G technology and these types of things that are occurring. We need a new generation of engineers that are more involved in that type of work.
Dr. Hodges, I want to bring you into the conversation. When you're talking with parents, are they aware of the fact that engineers are needed and their kids are getting into a great field if they sign up for this program?
There's always been that group of parents who and students who knew early on they wanted to be engineers. That was their goal and their objective. I think our challenge is to grow that pipeline, to expand that pipeline, and to students who've never even thought about being an engineer. We want to get into the school districts and create opportunities through building projects and different science fairs and different things like that, where students get interested and see themselves as a potential engineer. Then we encourage them all along the way. I think we have the opportunity in Katy of working with Katy Independent School District and local school districts and to create a K through 16 pipeline and bring in a lot of those students that would not have even considered being an engineer, but bring them into the fold and give them that opportunity to matriculate into this outstanding program.
Dr. Raya, what type of, we're talking engineering, but I understand you guys are going to be focusing on 4 different fields. What type of engineering will people be trained for at the Engineering Academy?
Let me step back for a moment. Our vision and the planning that went into this is that we want to have a significant presence both for graduate education and undergraduate education. Essentially, the building transitions around 4 to 5 p.m., after which we will have professional and graduate courses. And before that, the academy work and the undergraduate education. On the graduate side, let me quickly address that. Right now, we offer subsea engineering master's program and 2 certificates in subsea engineering. And our vision is going forward, we want to offer in the afternoon, evening hours, industry-specific professional programs and certificates like this that speak to the needs and the demands in the energy corridor. Now let me come to the undergraduate side, which Dr. Hodges and Dr. Neal spoke so well about. And here our U of H HCC Engineering Academy is the heart of what we are doing. This is a great and unique transition program. So what is available for the students as part of the academy? The students can start in academy and pursue 8 undergraduate BS programs. Of these, 5 are our existing long, traditional, highly rated, ABET accredited undergraduate programs. These are mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, industrial engineering, and civil engineering. Students will finish the academy, matriculate from the academy in any of these 5 majors, then transition to the main campus for their junior and senior year. And this is a very important component of the academy. But there is more excitement. Exactly a year ago, the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board approved 3 brand new programs, undergraduate Bachelor of Science in Engineering programs that are unique for us, for our college, and are hosted entirely in Katy. And these are a new BS program in construction engineering, a new BS program in systems engineering, and a new BS program in computer engineering and analytics. And these 3 programs have all their 4 years in Katy. So for these programs, students can start and finish in Katy. We are very excited about these programs, and we really look forward to seeing these programs grow and work with our partners with HCC going forward.
Dr. Metrovich, for your students, is it common for them to have jobs upon graduation? And once they get out there, what type of income could they be earning before they go into a master's program if they choose to do so?
Engineering graduates from the University of Houston have been doing outstanding, even in the environments that we've been in over the last year or so. There is, as we just discussed previously, there is a need for engineers. So getting jobs has, I don't want to say easy, but it's certainly easier than what other graduates and majors have dealt with. The salaries vary depending upon the majors that they use, but it's not unusual for an undergraduate coming out at $60,000, $70,000. That's a reasonable full-time offer that they're going to get. In addition to, they have opportunities to go into graduate school, as you mentioned, and they're able to move on to some of the top graduate schools in the country.
We engineering educators feel very blessed. I mean, look at what we do. We get incoming students at age 17 and 18, and we have them for 4 years and 8 semesters. All of our engineering programs are about 128 to 130 credit hours. So in 8 semesters, 130 hours, we transform 18-year-olds into 21, 22-year-olds. And our Cullen College of Engineering students get starting salaries at age 21, 22, ranging from averages around 75, but our top students get 6-figure starting offers.
Do they find that a lot of their companies will pay for them to go to graduate school? Because I know more companies seem to be contributing to their employees' education.
Yeah, I think that's something that cycles in and out with the economy. You will see periods of time where that is more common for the companies to offer that out. But a lot of students, I don't think always take advantage of that, because they jump right into graduate school right after their studies. And so the dynamics are a little bit different.
Dr. Hodges, we're about to wrap up, but I've got to mention this is very exciting for you. You've got one academy that started its first year. Real quickly, how did that go?
Well, I think it went really well. Unfortunately, it was all virtual as far as I know. But we had a good cohort of students that are going to go through that together. We have been having engineering focus sessions with the community and had huge turnouts. So I think, the word is out. This is kind of a non-traditional program, but the word is out now. And, if you just think about it, if you're a parent and if you're a student, this has got to be a good option for you if you're interested in being an engineer.
Dr. Zachary Hodges, we appreciate you being here. Gentlemen, thank you all for joining us on the topic. If you'd like to learn more about the U of H HCC program out there in Katy, we'll have the link in the social media post for the show. I'm Todd Duplantis. We'll see you next week on The Topic.